wild road trips, full of promise and ripe with potential for adventure, soul-searching, and incredible scenery. Or at least that's what you think. That's what you or at least that's what you thought before the novelty wore thin. As of now, your legs are cramping up, you've exhausted your travel playlist 2 times over, and your stomach is begging for something to eat. On top of that, you're pretty sure you're lost. Driving through Oregon paints a picture of trees, and more trees, especially on the endless winding road you take up north. All that breaks the pattern is a sign that zips past with the words that you're just able to make out. Gravity Falls. Let's go, people. It's Gravity Falls. Beautiful. The road continues on, giant redwoods looming on both sides. You find yourself anticipating something, because as you drive on, I can't even speak. You can feel it. Something strange is bound to happen here. Something weird. And that's when it happens. Your car picks up speed. Oh god. The change came out of nowhere. You quickly put your foot on the brakes, but horrifyingly, the car seems to be driving on its own willpower. Trying to stay calm despite the panic welling in your chest, you pull the emergency brake only to find out that the car resists and keeps moving forward, just like something is pulling it. The car begins to rattle, the wheels screech against the country road, and you're screaming until... Crash! Oh lord. What did he do? Oh my goodness. There's smoke. Why is there smoke? You cough and fumble for the door, manage to undo the lock just before the door is wrenched outward from your grasp. Something lands on your shoulder. A hand. Are you alright? Look at him! Ah! Oh my god, I love this style. This art style is so cute. I love it so much. It looks so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. A man stands at your open car door, his hand on your shoulder, and leaves to tilt your head up, pulls a flashlight from his coat, shining it in your eyes. 2 blinks and he lets your chin go. His eyes dart over the rest of you, looking for injuries. Still stunned, all you do is watch. What is your name? Okay, let's put... Kiki. There we go. My pronouns are she, not her, because I'll never be her. Kiki, I'm Stanford Fines. I can't do bad voices, I'm so sorry. Kiki, I'm Stanford Pines. Ford for sure. I would shake your hand, but you look a little shaken up as it is. You seem fine. As far as I can tell, you shouldn't... Excuse me, I seem fine. Sir, you crashed my car. I don't... No. No. I'm starting to kind of remember the plot of this game. You seem fine as far as I can tell, but you shouldn't head back out there anytime soon. Where on earth were you driving in such a hurry? You open your mouth to explain, but when a voice calls from inside the house... Point Dexter, this better not be one of your experiments again. I've had this place rebuilt too many times too. Oh lord. Oh, there we go. Mr. Mystery over here. The owner of the voice walks out of the house, stops slack-jawed at the sight of your car in the side of, you're guessing, his house. You must have hit your head earlier because you could have sworn you're seeing double. Sweet Moses, Ford, you've done it this time. What? This had nothing to do with it. I was testing my magnet gun and it must have pulled this victim of circumstance into the house. I suppose it is entirely my fault. I'm incredibly sorry. Really, right? I don't know, cause I would cry, but like that's a bit embarrassing to do. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna try reassure him. I'm guessing, cause like, I mean, I know you just wrecked my car, but you know, thanks. Unsure of why you're reassuring this man who wrecked your car, you give an awkward shrug. It's alright. No, I must have done something wrong. A wire mix-up, perhaps. Or the points potentiometer. They're talking about your other mistakes, Sixer. Alright. Hey, look, it's fine, alright. There's a dent in the hood from the shack signage and a crack in the windshield that looks like an ominous triangle, but I'm sure she'll still run. You try to start up your car, it slows. Nothing. You feel like crying. No. Nothing happens, jeez. Oh. Well, let's call a tow truck for this unfortunate soul here and forget. I'll take care of it. You're right, Stixer. Yup, I just mixed up the words there. You're right, it is cheaper to tow it yourself, Sixer. Get that magnet gun out again. Oh lord. No, Stanley, I'm going to fix this. Ha! What? Ha? You fix this mess? Seriously, you? Sir, I think you've caused enough problems, thank you. I figured out a few alien vehicles in my time. Nah, you kidding me? It's gonna take some sort of miracle worker to bring this baby back to life. And this miracle worker is on vacation. Please. Please. Sir Stanley, please, just fix the car. Ford's done enough. I can't even. Ford and Stanley turn away and you're left to your thoughts. Who could anticipate a car accident like this? In the middle of a road trip, you can take care of the car, but how are you gonna get home? They run buses out here, right? So you take a bus out here and then... Ford clears his throat, shifting awkwardly in place. Seems like they've finished their talk. So there are a few options. My brother Stanley... I called him Fanley, never mind. My brother Stanley here could drive you out to town. Lord, can I read? To find a place to stay for the night. Or you could stay here. Stay the night here. We have some maps and information you can look at in the gift shop. And in the morning, we can help you with your car. What do you say? Well, Gurgle Stan, picture this. A whole week of... Oh my gosh. Yes! Oh my god, yeah! Oh my god, yes! Mabel's here. Oh, I love Mabel. She's literally the best. Oh my god, Mabel's great. I love Mabel. The girl runs out of the house and comes to a halt at the side of your car. Oh, great. Don't say, oh, great. That's Mabel. We love Mabel. She's great. Grunkle Ford? Why is that? Why is it that everyone automatically assumes that it's my fault? Why is it that everyone automatically thinks that I'm at fault? Because, sir, my car is in the side of your building right now. I think it is your fault. I think it is your fault, sir. These two are just innocent bystanders. You could have killed them. You could have killed these one. That's very worrying. Well, this time it is my fault. But I invited Kiki here to stay with us for the night. Oh, Lord, I accidentally skipped. If she'd like, I'm sure I can fix this. I just have to figure out how. Stanley sighs. I can take a look. You really pulled this poor guy out of vacation. Oh my god, they added his 6 fingers. The details one. The attention to details one. Being on vacation is pretty boring. And the old Stanmobile hasn't needed a tune-up yet. So it wouldn't be too bad to work on something in the meantime. Thank you, Stanley. I'm sure I can put something together from the gadgets I have laying around if you need any specialized tools to help with the job. And let me introduce myself. I'm Mabel. We know Mabel. Mabel, your P character. You can ask me anything. I pretty much know everything there is to know about this place. Wait, hold on. I haven't even said anything yet. I appreciate your offer to let me stay and to repair your car. Yeah, it'll be good as new in my hands. I mean, look at my Stanmobile. She's been through the ringer, and who knows how many times, and she's still a beaut. He points out a red parked car a distance away. You can't see how beautiful it is at this distance, but he really sounds confident. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna trust the guy who literally had like a broken boat.
What is
like
that?
One boat that was basically threatening to sink in like season 1. Like, I'm not gonna trust this guy. I don't know. Okay, is it suspicious or fortuitous? I don't know. I feel like it's kind of slightly suspicious, but at the same time, it's also like it's literally like free. It's like free. It's like a free place to stay for a bit. So you know, like what? Free repairs, free lodging. There's no better deal to be found. And if things don't work out, the town probably has some sort of auto repair shop you could head to instead. Well, I accept. Thanks for the help. And my apologies again. What embarrassment. I must have made such an elementary mistake, sir. That elementary mistake is misspelling something. You crashed my car into the side of a building. Let me calm down. I'm sorry. Let me not crash out on Ford. As the Pines lead you inside, Mabel leaves her number in your phone to call you whenever, and you find out that Ford's twin goes by Stan. Nice. Yeah, I'm saying nice even I know these characters. What the hell am I talking about? This part's the house, and just outside that door is the mystery shack. Hey, have you ever been to the mystery shack before? I wanted to, actually. I saw a bumper sticker whilst I was on the road and got curious. You're interrupted by a loud, triumphant ha! Those bumper stickers were a good investment. And Sixer says they're too plain and graphically simplistic and don't even have an address on them, Stanley. How is anyone supposed to find this place to attract customers? Sixer, did you hear that? Well, they are graphically simplistic. I don't know how she found this place, let alone thought what is Mystery Shack was compelling. They've even got like the arguing between these two like so accurate. Like, bro, the people who made this really love the show. You can tell. I kind of liked it. See, I kind of liked it. Hey, I like you, Kiki. How about I give you a toss sometime tomorrow, regular price? Why can't I get free? Why can't I get a free toss? I'm so sad. Tomorrow, then I'll have to squeeze in all my get to know you questions today. Kiki, tell me, capybara, yes or no? Yes, I love capybaras. They're just so big and just like, they're just like massive rats. And the thing is, I kind of like rats. They're like cute when they're not like carrying diseases and that. Yeah, that's my entire thing about. Yeah, rodents are just kind of cute, but like, I don't want them anywhere near me. But they're so cute though. At that moment, a boy passes in the hallway. At the far doorway, Ford calls out to him, "Dipper, my boy! I'm surprised I didn't see you run out to the scene of the crime." Crime? What crime? I have an alibi, I swear. Oh, you have someone with you. Ha ha ha! I'm not suspicious at all. Oh, it's Dipper. He has the hat. Look at that. He has the hat. That's beautiful. Did you see the guys? Did you see the guy? I can't even speak. Did you guys see that car in the side of the shack though? For a second, I thought that Manitars were back with a grudge. Yes, about that. Dipper, meet Kiki. I've stranded her car here by accident. Of course you did, Ford. Of course. It could only be you. Right. She's staying here for the time being. Sorry, stranded her car here? You crashed it? Yeah, the S in the shack fell off. And shack fell off and everything. Wait. Yeah, the S in shack fell on and everything. And the windows are cracked. One window, the windshield. And Kiki was lucky to make it out alive. She's fine. No injuries, thankfully. The magnet gun's rather safe despite never having been tested in a formal setting. Yeesh, did you not like take safety precautions or anything? Actually, the irony of the situation is that I was trying to install safety precautions. Yeah, totally. Keep telling yourself that. Yeah. Hey, if you two are gonna do your nerd talk, I'm gonna get Kiki set up. Mabel, sweetie, why don't you show Kiki around? Let her stay in the storage room. That's still empty, right? I'll make it empty. I love Mabel. Sorry, Mabel is literally like my favorite animated character ever. Her, like, I just love like Kristen Shaw's like delivery of Mabel. She's got like the perfect voice for like Mabel. And Louise from Bob's Burgers. I love Louise from Bob's Burgers. Like, I know they're the same actress. I'm aware. I know they're the same person, actress person. But I love Kristen Shaw's voice. Whenever I hear it in something, it makes me so happy. I'll make it empty. The rest of the day consists of Mabel showing the I can't even speak. The rest of the day consists of Mabel showing you the storage room you'll be staying in, and then the kitchen, then the living room, and the hallway, and the bathroom, and pretty much a comprehensive tour of the mundanities of a regular house. Eventually, you find out that the family is more extended than you knew. The decorative dollies made a lot more sense knowing a grandmother normally lives here, and her grandson, Zeus. Or was it Zeus? Whatever the name, you look forward to meeting him when it comes to... Wait, I don't remember this game. Is Zeus in this game? Like, even as a background character, please, I want to see Zeus. I love Zeus. When you go to the attic, Mabel opens the door to reveal Dipper, nose stuck in a book, and you catch him occasionally glancing up at you as he pretends to read. The next member of the family snorts up at you from Mabel's bed. A rotund pig. You ain't even got to call him rotund like that. That's accurate, but damn, that's so rude. Who Mabel declares is her best friend and partner in crime, Waddles. The two are a perfect match, right down to the chubby cheek and boopable noses, literally. In the evening, though you'd still be in disbelief over the state of your car, the family dinner and after-family TV marathon you'd been invited to made it seem like a normal guest stay rather than a forced circumstance. Returning to the storage room Mabel had shown you earlier, you find an air mattress waiting for you and more pillows and sheets than a summer night warrants. Lord. You wake up to the weak glare of the sunlight streaming through the small high window in the wall. You can't remember your room having this kind of feature, or any hotel room for that matter. Then yesterday comes crashing back to you. Speaking of crashing, you glance at the time and see that you've slept into the afternoon, experiencing that accident yesterday must have left you tired out. Despite having a oh my god. Why am I struggling to read? This is not okay. this is not okay. Despite having been reassured yesterday evening that you were free to anything in the fridge, you still feel like you're imposing on the Pines family and try preparing as polite a guest breakfast as you can. You wash your dishes in the sink before you leave, and just as you're about to exit the kitchen, you bump into Ford. Okay, mister, I crashed my car into the side of your building. You're yes, from yesterday, of course. For a good solid moment, Ford regards you with awkward silence. I bet he does. Mr. crashes. Okay, sorry. I need to stop beefing with Ford. I'm gonna continue beefing with Ford. Let me stop. Ford clears his throat. I believe Stanley is taking a look at your car outside if you want to be there for it. You give a nod and make sure to leave for real this time when Ford speeds up to... Excuse me? You give a nod and make sure to leave for real this time when Ford speaks up again. And Kiki, I'm sorry again for the accident. If I'd been smarting about it, yeah. If you had been smarter about it, well, let's just say it's entirely my fault, and you shouldn't have to worry about this at all. Okay, he's actually apologizing. I mean, he did that twice already, but the third time is kind of hitting it a little different. Okay. When it comes down to it, Stanley has a knack for cars. I'll predict you'll be back on the road in a matter of weeks. Oh, Lord have mercy. Weeks? You can't keep the dismay off your face and can't really bring yourself to try to either. What am I gonna do with weeks? Literally! Ford, who'd gone kind of uncomfortable and closed off when your face fell, recovers at the prospect of a question he can answer. Well, there's the town to tour, of course, and the mystery shack. But if you ask me, all that pales in comparison to... Hold on, do you hear that? Ford turns I can't speak. Ford turns to the kitchen doorway to investigate. Sounds like... The sound comes again. This time you hear it as well. The squeal of a pig by a pair... Oh, excuse me, what? Why can't I read? Okay. The sound comes again. This time you hear it as well. The squeal of a pig followed by a pair of quick footsteps running down the stairs. One of those tumbles past the open kitchen doorway, and Mabel comes into view soon after, a few sheets of paper clutched in hand. Ford steps quickly out of the kitchen, and you follow into the doorway, getting there just in time to see the apparent tug of war between Mabel and her pig over a saliva-covered sheet of paper. That is the most Mabel thing ever. The paper rips, and after nearly toppling backwards from her efforts, Mabel recovers, snatching the scrap of ripped paper from Waddles' jaws and lifting both pieces up victoriously. Ha! Mabel wins again! Now I just gotta find Uncle Ford! Ford, who just run forward and held a hand out to steady this energetic child when she'd be in dangers of toppling, now finds a number of crumpled sheets shoved in his hands. Mabel tugs urgently at his coat. Uncle Ford, you gotta help me! Ford kneels down to face Mabel with a serious... I'm sorry. Ford kneels down to face Mabel with a serious, though concerned look. Slow down, Mabel. What's the matter? Ew, I can't do men voices. I'm sorry. Never found a stack of papers from your old journals, and I walked in and Waddles ran up and started eating one, and he must have been chewing on it to warn me, Uncle Ford, because look! Mabel takes the ripped halves of the paper back from Ford's hands and joins them together, holding them up for Ford to see. And you took it as a warning? Yes, it says that I can't speak. I actually can't speak. I'm struggling through this video. Oh my gosh. Yes, it says Yes, it says here that he eats small dogs, and Waddles is a small pig, but he saw it like a dog from far away, and Waddles must have feared for his life. Waddles seems to second this notion with a snort. Oh no. As it seems, the pig is lounging adorably a short distance away in the hallway. You can't imagine what this dangerous predator could be. Some kind of wolf? Something bigger? You're suddenly not so keen on staying anymore. Literally. I don't get... Sorry, this is so unrelated to Gravity Falls, but I don't get how Americans can, like... I'm not dissing you guys, but I'm actually wondering, how do you guys live with, like, literal mountain lions and, like, alligators? I think it's alligators. And, like, just bears. I'm scared for you guys. Like, you guys, it just seems so scary, man. Remember, the pterodactyl I told you... Okay, wait, I read that so weirdly. Wait. Remember the pterodactyl I told you about? Waddles was so scared that time. I can't let him leave my side. Pterodactyl. You suppose pigs are allowed in museums around here? Oh no, Kiki, you're gonna be in for a treat, my lord. How about I finish that repellent I never got to around to? How about I finish that repellent I never got around to completing? That'll keep Waddles safe from harm. Mabel flops down on the floor in the relief. Grunkle Ford, you're actually a lifesaver. Waddles, you have nothing to fear. Ford chuckles, lifting himself out of a kneel and standing back up. Okay, he's a family. He's the gruff, lovable one. Okay, right. Alright, I'll go get my recipe. Ford turns to leave and suddenly you remember, with nothing better to do for weeks, you're gonna be here. And it wouldn't hurt to get to know Ford. He seems to know that there is... I can't speak. He seems to know what there is to do around town anyway, and you'll need to not die of boredom in the first week. Or more pressingly, you could go check on your car and see what Stan's made of it so far. You're not exactly eager to face seeing your car in the side of the house again, though. I don't know. Just don't question the amount of saves. Please, 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 please. Ignore this. There we go. Get to know Ford. Oh, check out my car. I kind of want to get to know Ford, for real. Like, I don't know. He pissed me off, but I kind of want to get to know him, for real, so he can piss me off less. Ford, wait, need a hand with that recipe? I can handle it myself. Okay, right. Okay, I'm immediately regretting this decision, right. Are you sure you could use a hand? Kiki, stop being so thirsty, man. Ford looks away, and then you catch his averted line of sight to Mabel, who just mouths something you can't watch. When she just you looking her way, Mabel gives you an 1,000-watt smile, the picture of innocence. Ford rubs the back of his neck. She's shipping us together! Mabel! Oh my god. This is why I love Mabel. She's so funny, man. Yes, I suppose I can accept some help. With that, assured that Ford is on a task, you spot Mabel rolling away with Waddles into the living room. Before we get started, I suppose I can give you an introduction. Kiki, tell me, do you believe in the supernatural? Yes, actually. See, I do very much. I do. Yes. Yes, I do. Well, I can't even speak. Well, you're about to come face to face with the unexplainable yourself. You see, Gravity Falls isn't some quiet, unassuming backwater town. Much more... You see, Gravity Falls isn't some quiet, unassuming backwater town. Much more lurks below its surface. Ford pockets the crumpled journal papers and gestures for you to join him as he walks. You do and follow him through the living room and into the gift shop. For example, you've heard Mabel mention a pterodactyl. Most would say none exist in the living world today, but I say, not if you know where to look. Ford reaches under the cashier counter and retrieves a packet of vintage-looking gum. Inspecting it for a moment before slipping it into his pocket, he looks around and thought, hold on to my explanation for a moment. I need to retrieve some supplies. Ford ushers you out of the gift shop, so you find yourself on the outside of the shack, then shuts the door behind you. Okay, you know what? I kind of want to be... I kind of want to peer in. I want to see what's up. What's he up to? No, wait! I'm not trying to be polite! Let me see. Okay, the glass is dirty enough that the sunlight hitting it obscures your vision of the room within. You catch a grey and tan blurry figure that must be Ford at the far wall. You lean in too close and you have to step back before you leave an inconspicuous handprint on the window pane. When you look back in, Ford is gone. You turn back around. You're just gonna stand out here until Ford returns. Not long later, the door opens behind you and Ford joins you looking no different than before. He must have stored whatever supplies he retrieved in his coat, but the trench falls too naturally on his figure for him to be hiding much. Okay, Kiki, let's stop being so thirsty, Lord. Okay. Where were we? Ah, yes. Ford pulls a pen and pad out from his coat, walking as he rides. Just as you're about to head out, he stops and smacks his hand to his face. Oh shoot, 1 second. Oh Lord have mercy. Are we gonna go anywhere? This guy gonna forget. Wait, excuse me? Ford hurries back to the house, realizing he forgot one important component to his adventure, a butterfly net. Before you get the chance to ask, he strides out ahead of you, obviously in no mind to tell you what it's for quite yet. Okay, right. Pair of you walk past the shack, down a well-worn path, into the trees surrounding the house, sunlight peeking through the pines. He double-checks whatever he scribbled onto the paper and tucks it back into one of his coat's seemingly infinite pockets. He stops and turns to face you with a definite nod. My recipe for repellent called for a sprig of lavender, 2 slices of thin ginseng, a drop of bat blood, a chunk of amber, and 3.5 milliliters of ink. Excuse me? He pauses, staring down at the path in thought. Obviously, I already have those components on hand, all except for one last thing, a single moth's wing. From the Mothman himself. You can't help. You gasp. Ford glances at you. You think you can see a hint of a smile before he turns back to the path and continues on, wind ruffling through his hair. Ooh, he's smiling at me. Hello. You see, the Mothman is the very creature on the page that Waddle seems to fear. Using a piece of itself should ward it away, or at least lead it to believe that Waddles isn't for eating. I would have completed the repellent years ago if I had managed to collect that wing. Was it too difficult? Oh, I just never got around to it. Okay, that's such a lie. It was too difficult. You can tell he slipped and fell and probably like broke his hip trying to do it. Like, come on now. Oh, I just never got around to it. Besides, Mothman used to come back at this lamp. I had to oh my god. Oh, I just never got around to... I can't speak. I'm actually going insane. Oh, I just never got around to it. Besides, Mothman used to bat at this lamp I had lit out in the back garden. The backyard. Sorry, American. It seemed like an innocent hobby that I never had the heart to chase it off. But if this ring brings Mabel and her pig peace of mind, then the time has come to finish this. Oh, that's so sweet! Oh. Sunlight filters through the trees, causing dappled shadows across Ford's coat as he leads you in front of you. Wait, let me just... Again, I'm saving this, so maybe I can go back to it. I don't know. Okay. How do you know much about this stuff? Wait. How do you know so much about this stuff? I study anomalies, anything unusual, strange, or just plain weird. I began my research in this town because it was and remains a hotbed of paranormal activity. I made this exact trip years ago, though at the time I had no idea where I was going. It was just dumb luck that I managed to tail Mothman back to his cave from my backyard. Navigating the forest by moonlight is poetic, but not advisable. I've made plenty of other discoveries as well, from fairies to gnomes to amalgams of creatures who were never meant to cross to... Ah, wait! Ford reaches in his pocket and pulls out a slightly crumpled pages Mabel had pushed into his hand earlier, smoothing them out and shuffling through them. Take a look at these. They're more definite proof than just my word. You accept the page from him and find that they're scanned pages from some sort of journal, just as you heard Mabel say, fluid cursive. Just as you heard Mabel say, fluid cursive tells of Mothman, bear cubs, campfires, and more. Ford gestures to them and explains. I detailed my discoveries in a series of research journals, the remaining pages at least. I wonder where Stanley was keeping these. Oh wait, okay, as an artist, as someone who likes doing art, you drew these? Yes, of course, who else? Okay. These ink washes are so masterfully executed. My work is far better, but I appreciate the compliment. Oh, we're buttering him up. Ooh. Despite his understated words, Ford looks surprisingly pleased. Were any of these creatures ever dangerous? Oh, extremely. Some were worse. Dangerously annoying. Oh my lord. I'm guessing he's talking about the gnomes or something. I'm guessing. Ford seems to find his own comment amusing. He doesn't fail to notice your unease. I do have weapons in case things escalate, so there's no need to worry. He's got a gun. This is America. He 100% has a gun.
Security check them for guns.
He's gonna pull out a Glock and start shooting. My goodness. You brought weapons? Not many. I have a stun gun. I knew it. My fists and my sharp wit. I feel safer already. You must have gone up to some crazy stuff back then. There's one way to put it. Only 6 years for me to get in over my head. Takes a silent moment to look away from your gaze, seemingly in bittersweet remembrance. You did bring your magnet gun? I thought it would be prudent to leave its magnetic fields alone for a while, until I have some time to optimize it. You see, I was trying to widen the area of magnetic... I can't speak. I was trying to widen the area of magnetic influence, but it's been a while since I last worked with the gun. I need to refamiliarize myself with it and its inner workings. My guess is I switched a wrong wire or two and instead of narrowed the beam. I'd like to see how it works sometime. Okay, Kiki! Damn! Can we stop being so thirsty, please? Really? You know, if you're interested in devices like that, my old research colleague Fiddleford would have more to show you. He's an engineering genius around here. Oh my god, yeah, Fiddleford, like Maguki, old man Maguki. He's actually like more mentally normal now, I guess. I mean, he's still insane, but like probably more normal now. I don't know. Ask him about these creatures. Oh my gosh, yes. It says here that the Mossman just turns into a bunch of moths. Yes, that's how you'll get the moth wing. Then why not use mothballs as a repellent? Well, I've never tried. Could the most conventional method be the most unconventional one? Or would the Mothman be able to overcome its mothly nature and persist? Ask him about these creatures. You mentioned gnomes. Yes, the gnomes! The thing that started it all. Beautiful. Other places have rats or mice or insects as pets. As house pests. We have gnomes. Wait. Other places have rats, mice, insects as house pets. We have gnomes. Picture your typical garden gnome, but more disturbing. They're not just... Well, actually, no. They are just voiced for, like... They're, like, 40-year-old men just in, like, gnome bodies. That's kind of beautiful. Oh. Will we catch the sight of a pterodactyl? Pterodactyl. Why did I pronounce it like that? What's wrong with me? I doubt we'll spot it today, but perhaps we can go bird watching if you're interested. Okay, a little bird watching day. Hello. So, about this leprechaun. Ugh. He's sick and tired. You wait for a further answer, but that's it. I'm just talking his ear off now. There are floating eyeballs here? Sounds disconcerting, doesn't it? I once released them in my house by accident and found eyeballs in the most unsuspecting places for months. My guest chose not to comment on my choice of house decor. Gravity Falls is the home to giant vampire bats. Giant fruit bats, actually. They were among the first to teach me not to judge a creature by its reputation. I only realized they were harmless once I had been bitten by one. Oh no, that still sounds pretty bad, literally. It actually healed quite fast. I attribute it to the health kick I was on soon after. Okay. Mention a gremlin. A rare specimen that I've steered clear of when accompanied by others. Though, if you want to see one in person, it wouldn't hurt to walk into that situation again, for the sake of education. Sir, I think you need to stop taking risks and just, like, I actually want to live. Please, like, please, sir, come on now. I basically asked him about everything. Yeah, I just asked him about everything. Walk in silence. Suddenly, I actually called him Pawn. Oh my god. Suddenly, Ford puts an arm out in caution, slowing his pace. You narrowly manage not to collide with him. You narrowly manage not to collide with him and take a quick glance around to see nothing? Look there. Why did I say that? Look there! You see what it looks like, a bundled up plaid shirt moving along the forest floor. Wait, is that a beaver's tail? It looks like a platypus. Okay. That's enough out of you. Poor deal. Haha, what are you doing all the way out here? Do you mean platypus? Ford shakes his head with a grin. I meant what I said. It's a platypus. A platypus. Ford moves into a crouch and stays a respectable distance, following the small creature. You watch him after a moment, mimicking his actions. Ford gives the creature a bright smile, the first of its kind that you've seen since leaving Mabel at the shack. You're a cute one, aren't you? And in one of my favorite patterns, too. Ford motions for you to move a little closer to the distance he's maintaining. I were to rate the oddities that live in this forest on a scale of least to most annoying, these little guys would get a mini. They've done nothing wrong and I appreciate them for it. As for the two you watch in quiet appreciation, the platypus ambles into the underbrush and vanishes from the view. What a cute little guy. The two of you continue deeper into the forest. The foliage seems denser now. You look through the treetops for a glimpse of sun, which has now dropped low in the sky. It had been already getting late when you left. You hadn't thought the Mothman would be this far out. Almost as though he'd read your mind. Ford answers for you. The Mothman is rather reclusive and lives deeper within the forest than bolder creatures like the gnomes. He seems to just hate the gnomes. Like, this entire family just hates gnomes, and like, if you watch the series, you know exactly why they hate gnomes. Are you alright? Huh? That is, are you tired at all? I should have asked sooner. It must have been a long time since I've traveled with anyone new. Stanley tends to speak his mind without me asking. Without my asking. I'm fine, really. Okay. Let me be thirsty for a bit. I'm fine, really. I'm glad to hear it. Still, we have some time until the sunset. Let's wait here in the meantime. You mentioned traveling with Stan? I suppose it wouldn't do any harm to tell you. He says that. The tone of his voice says he's been dying to tell someone for months. Oh no. I've been sailing with Stanley around the world, chasing after the hotspots and anomalous activity. He seemed to view it as a vacation, but I saw it as a chance to pick back up on some serious research. I've been rather eager to break the news of what we found to the world, but I must first organize my findings. And if I'm honest, I still need some time to get back into the swing of things. Must be strange to come back home after traveling for so long, huh? More than you know. I don't know how to do a laugh, but I'm sorry. Ford laughs, shaking his head. Behind his glasses, his eyes are downcast, almost sad. You want to ask, but you decide to stay silent. Ooh, this looks cool. See, I love the backgrounds in this game. They're just like... Oh. Like, this would have been cool to see, like, the actual show. The moment the sun touches the horizon, you look through the gaps in the treetops. Ford gestures for you two to continue. Ford gestures for the two of you to continue. You had noticed that you'd been resting within a short distance of a small clearing that holds a cylindrical stone marker. The stone marker bears intricate swell. The stone marker bears intricate swells carved into its surface. Ford reaches into his coat and produces a pack of gum from earlier, opening it and dumping the pieces onto his palm. Gum. Thanks. Unsure of why you came all the way out here just to unwrap gum at sunset, you decide to accept the stick of gum. Oh my god, I can't read. I'm actually so bad at reading. Ford puts the remaining gum in his pocket breast coat. Ford puts the remaining gum in his coat breast pocket. He unwraps the now empty gum packet to reveal that it was hiding a small piece of parchment, folded up to act as its lining. He smooths it out against the stone, holding it under the deep orange-red light of the sunset. You step closer to look over Ford's shoulder. The parchment holds a detailed drawing of the swirls carved into stone, documenting every crack on the surface. As you watch, a golden cursive unfolds itself across this page, seemingly fueled by the sunset's warmth. Oh my lord, I can't even read. I'm going insane. You step closer to look over Ford's shoulder. The parchment holds a detailed drawing of swirls carved into the stone, documenting every crack on the surface. As you watch, a golden cursive unfolds itself across the page, seemingly fueled by the sunset's warm light. Ooh. Ford reads the words as they appear. Such a place that the Mothman doth rest. But please do not disturb his nest. If kindness be something, though bereft. Ford lifts the parchment pavement a little higher to prevent his shadow from obscuring the rest of the line. Follow thy nature and turn left. I think we turn left. I don't know. I think so, Kiki. We press onward. This is the best date I've ever been on, guys. Oh, my lord, the music has changed. I'm scared. Oh, no. Left leads you to a dimly lit cave, which Ford says he remembers well, except last time he was here, it was pitch black since he arrived in the middle of the night. From its depths, you hear a faint sound of dripping water, echoing the cave shadows, shrouded walls. You slow as your eyes attempt to adjust to the low light. Ford pauses in front of you, reaching into his coat for something. Hold on, I have a flashlight somewhere. This coat has... Oh my lord. This cave has never received much natural light, you see, and He rummages further and you see a couple of dice, a pad of paper from earlier, a quill. He looks like the type of guy to just carry a quill around. He looks like the type. He has a custom pocket work going on in here, and you bet one of his coat's inner pockets has a pen protector in it. Here we are, at last. Allow me to... Darn, out of batteries. Sir, you know we were going on an adventure. You couldn't even have brought batteries. Come on now. Come on. Unbelievable. Wait, I think I have one. You pull your phone out and turn on this flashlight. The light is small, but it does its job. Ha! You saved our hides there, Kiki. I was about to pull out a matchbook. Oh my god, he's so old. He's just so old. With your light guiding the way, you and Ford move further into the cave, which yawns wide around you. It isn't until the sliver of the natural light from the entrance disappears that Ford speaks again. It's been years since I've been here, decades, even at this point, but I'll always remember the eye bats as one of the first discoveries I made when I arrived at Gravity Falls. Oh yeah! I think that's accurate to the show. I'm not sure if that's accurate to the show. I'll watch the show like after this to like check or something. I don't know. How did you find them in the first place? One got into my house, you see. I was making breakfast one morning and one managed to find my cereal box. When I poured the cereal, it came flaring out, agitated, like it belonged there. The nerve! He sounds so indignant even years later that you laugh. And I wanted to contain it further to study, but unfortunately it managed to get away. As I thought about after, its pupil had constricted against a light unfamiliar of the bright light in the kitchen. Either it's nocturnal or it lives in the deepest, darkest cave in Gravity Falls. I found them easily after that. Did you manage to catch one? Somewhat. I came running through the cave with a butterfly net and my wits. I brought a working flashlight with me. They all hid in the dark corners. Once I turned the flashlight on, they all flocked to me. I caught 18 of them that day, but it reminded me of the stealth users of. The rapid sound of clicking claws against stone startles you, a shiver running up your spine. The dark. You turn off the light. Ford taps your shoulder and gestures for you to keep moving forward. Eventually, the narrow passage widens into a large room. See, these backgrounds look so cool. Sorry. The background shrouds the source of the drifting water from view, but as your eyes adjust, you squint to see a strange winged shadow. A shadow with eyes that glow red in the near darkness like rubies. Your breath catches in your throat as the realization comes over you. Ford is apparently fairly close to you in the room. You find when he speaks a few inches from your shoulder, you catch the shadow of his arm and swing out in a wide arch. He's introduced you to Kiki. I'd like you to meet the Mothman. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. No, don't you dare. This is... Bro, I'm meeting the Mothman. He whispers, but even in the dark, you can see him grinning excitedly at you. He's such a nerd, man. Oh my god. Ford looks between you and the Mothman, apparently hoping for the dramatic reaction. Your speechlessness seems to satisfy him. Don't worry, it hasn't noticed just yet. Here's the plan. You make contact with the Mothman, and He pulls out a butterfly net and a large lidded jar. Now, where that one came from... Excuse me? Now, where that one came from within his coat of mysteries is lost to you. Because how... What? Okay, that's... Okay, right. We'll capture one of the 100 moths. We'll capture one of the 100 moths that compromise it. Wait, I get to touch the Mothman? The Mothman? Oh my god. Yes, it turns into 100 black moths. It's like experiencing a swarm of locusts, surprisingly. Surprising when you're not expecting it. Remember, even a light touch is enough. You steel yourself, waiting for Ford's signal. He waves his hand to coax you forward, and then it's up to you to decide how to, well, make contact. I'm scared. Okay, I feel like I should be like stealthy about this. Let me just save that. Return. Okay. Okay. Run back to his blind spot. You slip on a puddle of water and fall flat on your face. Your phone skids away across the floor. Face down. Sicky, your surroundings back into the darkness. You'll still manage to grab one of the Mothlam's legs before you fall. Find yourself clutching nothing in the midst of fluttering clouds. Rather elegant, but hey, whatever works in the heat of the moment, right? Ford dashes forward and manages to scoop one up in a bit, dropping it into the jar. Pooping. Popping the lid back on. Got one. You can get up now, Kiki. Wow. Okay, what a gentleman, doesn't even help me up. Nice. That was amazing. Ford laughs, brushing dust off his shirt. Ford laughs, brushing dust and dirt off his trench coat. Lord, why am I so bad at reading? You could say that. Our completed repellent is within sight. Let's head back. Ford turns to leave the cave. He looks calm and content. You, on the other hand, are buzzing with energy under an adrenaline rush. Should you go in for that? Yes! Oh my god, this is so cute! I love it! Oh my god. Oh, look at that. Look at this art style. This is so cute. You can tell that people love this game, man. You raise your hand in a universally understood offer of high five. Ford pauses and grins, high fiving you, or rather 6. When you and Ford finally reach the cave entrance, you find the forest that you'd left in the dying light is now awash with a silvery glow. A gap between the leaves overhead provides a view of the night sky, along with a long string of stars. Okay, what I envy about Americans is that in some like countryside areas, like the more rural areas, you guys can actually see like the stars and like actually see the sky properly. Like, I want to be able to see the moon like so clearly. I want to see that. A few more steps and the Milky Way comes into view, looking as if a tear across the fabric of the sky. Ford notices you looking. The pterodactyl doesn't come. See something? Sorry, I just skipped onto the pterodactyl so quickly. See something? The pterodactyl doesn't usually come out this late, but being a prehistoric creature, its behavior is rather unpredictable. I've never seen the Milky Way in person before. It looks amazing. Isn't it? It's remarkable what you can see without light pollution from the city. Literally! Oh my god. Here on the outskirts of town, you can see a good portion of the Milky Way every night. He gazes up into the night sky. A whole year has passed, yet it feels strange to see a sky I recognize. What? Yeah, cause what? Oh, traveling. You know, I was in a different part of the world. You both stare up at the sky in comfortable silence. The quiet of the forest settles in. Along with the distant sound of flowing water, you find yourself surprisingly glad that Ford accidentally pulled you here. If this is one of the moments you get to experience, at the corner of your eye, you swear you see Ford looking at you instead of up, but when you tilt your head back down, his attention is elsewhere. Okay, he's one of those guys. Eventually, the two of you come to a wordless mutual agreement to continue on, and you're walking again. You'll have to show me the other creatures that live here sometime. You're glad. I'm sorry. You're glad. You say when... I can't. I'm sorry. I'm too giggly right now. You're glad you said so. You look over inside that Ford looks presently surprised. You're glad you said so. When you look over, Ford looks pleasantly surprised to hear it. His chest puffs out with pride. Of course, we'll be able to spot the hide behind or tackle up with Dipper when he next visits the multi-bear. The what? Ford taps his temple, grinning. You'll have to... Oh, look at this little map pat pose. Oh. You'll have to wait until I show you to find out. I'm holding you to that. We have some time left before we get back if you're up for another walk. You make a face because Ford looks back at you, laughs. We're not that far, I promise. I just thought I might be able to answer a few questions. We're not far, I promise. I just thought I might be able to answer a few of your questions if you have any. You know, I actually do have questions. You must stay in great shape if you do this all day. You know, actually, this sort of thing isn't part of my exercise regime. Oh, he's such a nerd! Ah! He's such a nerd. Ford turns left at the stone marker towards the side of the river. Sure enough, after a while comes into view. The moon illuminates the water as you walk along it. Ooh. Wait, is this that place where they where San had the broken boat? Oh no, I think it is. See I love this show so much. After following the river for a few minutes, the shoreline expands into a small round lake in the center of the clearing. Overhang, it is a large flat rock. The kind that, oh my god. The kind that it could be used as a less effective diving rod in times of emergency. The emergency being that one had to jump into the lake. However, neither of you... Oh my god. However, neither yourself nor Ford really look in that direction of the diving board. He leads you towards the edge of the lake, where a relatively flat boulder could... However, neither yourself nor Ford really look in the direction of the diving board. He leads you towards the edge of the lake, where a relatively flat boulder could substitute for a bench. Oh my good god, okay. However, neither yourself nor Ford really look in that direction of the diving board. He leads you towards the edge of the lake, where a relatively flat boulder could substitute for a bench, and the two of you take a seat. Break the silence. Oh, okay. Let's ask about his family. What is Mabel like? In short, a force to be reckoned with. She radiates charm and positivity. She does. I love Mabel, and has depths of determination I can only guess at. You'll find that out for yourself most likely. It's not hard to wake up one day and find yourself her friend. Perhaps you already are. He wiggles his fingers spookily in the air and you laugh. Hee. Oh, so funny. I don't doubt it. What is Dipper like? Oh my god. Dipper is very intelligent in many ways. He reminds me of myself. Dipper is very intelligent. In many ways, he reminds me of myself. Of course he does, jeez. Last summer, he found the research journals I mentioned, and instead of overlooking them, made some incredible contributions of his own. He's since started his own journal, and I looked at... He has since started his own journal. I look forward to seeing where his life will take him. He's made me prouder than I can say. Aww. Who is Seuss? The handyman. Seuss, I'm not oh my god. Seuss, the handyman. I'm still not sure what exactly he does but Stan gave him the rights to conduct his business within the shack. So he spends the day giving out tours, selling merchandise, fooling the townsfolk, giving no refunds, and the like. I may not have been around the original Mystery Shack while Stan was still running it, but I believe Seuss is doing the brand name good. What is Stan like? Ooh, stubborn, foolhardy, a liar, a cheapskate, but a true hero at heart. There's no one else I'd rather call my brother. Oh, I love these guys. Oh, they're so cute. Oh my god. I love it. I'm gonna ask about the Mystery Shack. Yes, this Mystery Shack used to be my house once upon a time. Now it's a tourist trap. I'm glad for what it's become as a home. I just wish it wasn't so offending to each of the senses. That's so mean. Ask about other creatures in Gravity Falls. You said to wait, but can I at least get a preview of what I'm getting into? Not content to leave them... Not content to leave them to discover yourself, Well, has anyone told you about the Gobblewonker? You snort, taken aback by the name. But you compose yourself when Ford simply raises an eyebrow. I don't think so, no. Not been in the tourist guide. Does the office even read my letters? No, they don't. They throw them in the bin the minute you send them, bro. Like, come on now. Ford mutters to himself something about updating the tourist guide to warn against local dangers. He sighs with frustration, and that's reserved for bureaucracy, but soon lightens up at the prospect of getting to introduce you to another strange creature. While the Gobblewonker is... Oh my god. While the Gobblewonker is a large sea creature that lives in this very lake, one could say it's our version of the Loch Ness Monster. My old research assistant apparently saw it at some point. He said it was large and grey and scaly, with a long neck like a giraffe. Wait, no, I remember him saying that.
Had a long neck like a giraffe.
You wouldn't have had any odd sightings, have you? It's been 24 hours, but my first encounter with the strange occurred shortly after my arrival as well. Not maybe. I saw Mabel stick kitten-shaped stickers all over her face today. Does that count for something? That must count for something, right? Fond laughs. Ha ha ha. I must be able. Wait, let me just do that again. I saw Mabel stick kitten-shaped skitters. I saw Mabel stick Kit. I saw Mabel stick kitten-shaped stickers all over her face today. That must count for something, right? Ford laughs. I'll be sure to write that anomaly down once we get back to the shack. Ask about staying. Are you really okay with me staying here? Kiki, come on, stop. Absolutely, I owe it to you after all. You helping me today, however, was not part of the plan. You're making it rather hard to settle my debt. You helping me today, however, was not part of the plan. You're making it rather hard to settle my debt. You think you did me a favor just by letting me come on today? Wait, no. I think you did me a favor just by letting me come along today. The two of you share a smile. Ask about the stars. Yeah. Ooh, his nerdy self. He's gonna start nerding out of this question. You ask Ford if he has a favorite constellation, and his answer comes out faster than you expected. See, his nerdy self already had the answer prepared. Orion and Ursa Major, without a doubt. What about you? Probably. I don't know. I'm gonna say I like stars in general. So in that sense, they're all your favorite. Ford looks out across the lake and thought, Kiki, I have to admit, I didn't want to take you with me earlier today. I thought I'd be walking myself into an uncomfortable social situation. Aww. So did you, to be honest. But, and you did well out there. Not many tourists would be able to handle the kind of task we just completed. This had the potential to go disastrously. I mean, a butterfly net, exactly. Against a Mothman, again, exactly. Easily a 3% success rate. The more Ford speaks, the less reassured you feel until all that's left is a distant unease. You smile and nod anyway. The two of you sit in another moment of quiet. The night air pleasantly chill around you until Ford again breaks it. We should head back now. I'm sure Mabel will want to hear. We should head back now. I'm sure Mabel will want to hear we've been successful. You stand and give Ford a hand up from the makeshift bench. Ford takes that lead again, and soon you're no longer able to catch sight of the lake when you glance back. Ford gradually adjusts his pace to yours, walking side by side with you in companionable silence, all the way back to the shack. Almost there. You recognize from the incredibly flashy signs touting phrases like Mystery Shack this way and Sasquatch to your left that you're extremely close to arriving at the shack. As you and Ford leave the tree line, you see bright lights shining outside. As you and Ford leave the tree line, you see bright lights shining on the porch. You make out the faint outline of the kids' shadows as they run through the house, emerge in the attic window, and Mabel pushes it open, leaning out. Grunkle Ford, finally, you guys took so long. I had time to cover waddles and macaroni. She's such a strange child. Why would you do that? I have my reasons. Did you get the thing? Yes, I'm coming inside so we can stop shouting. Kiki, come along. We've got a pig to save. Ford strides into the shack, a man on a mission. You grin and follow, but not before taking one last look at the night sky. Yeah, maybe your stay won't be too bad after all. Yeah. Back inside the shack, the grand conclusion to your expedition to the Mothman's is Brixton cave is Brixton Mabel's pig with the newly finished deterrent, until the poor piglet reeks of lavender. You see Mabel and You see Mabel and Dipper head up to the red room, looking sleepier than usual as a result. Something about lavender is so soothing to the senses that you crash out fairly soon after, face first on your makeshift bed. Excuse. Oh, look how cute this is! Oh my god, the sticker, Mabel sticker. She's doing this, isn't she? Can you give me dating tips? You're good at this, girl. My dating life is horrendous, and that's where I'm gonna just end the video. If you want to see more of this, I don't know, like the video and comment. See ya.